Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Thursday, April 4th, 2024. This is my daily vlog, my regular ritual morning stand-up, where I stand up here in front of the camera, turn on the lights, and report to both of us, you and myself, what I've been doing and what I'm doing next to try to make content creation sustainable in the long term. It's my only job right now, and something I'm trying to make work. So let's start with yesterday. I had 3 things I wanted to get done yesterday, and I did 3.5 of them. Sadly, the half is one that I meant to do, and it only partially got done. Anyway, I had said I want to kind of squeeze in another video about the 400 Mini midweek here because well, it's the popular new item, and people are talking about it, and there's a lot of search for it, and so I had initially, it's interesting, I'd initially planned to do a certain thing to talk about the controller, and then I got a couple of emails from vlog viewer Jay. First he said, I'm having this problem, here's a little video, and then he said, did you see this thing on Atari Age? And that video blew up into something that wasn't what I was planning, in a good way. There was more information suddenly than I'd ever had, because someone had a homebrew hack workaround for the little problem that there is, an explanation of why people are experiencing. Anyway, it turned out fine. While it didn't do the gangbusters I thought it might do, even with a catchy thumbnail, it still did great. What's interesting, so overnight it's done 4,100 views. To put that in context, so that's the lower end of my average right now, which when I was looking at it, I'm like, oh man, it only did that. I'm like, wait a minute, 4,000 views overnight, even 3 months ago, a 4,000 views overnight video is tremendous. We're pushing the envelope to as to what is an average video, and so it's a tremendous video in the grand scheme of things, but I want them all to be at the top, right? But very happy with that. Look, it's a bonus video. I wasn't even planning to do it this week, so that's a free another 4,000 views in a day. I expect that one's going to hit. It's still going strong, and I expect it's going to be another one that hits 10,000 before it starts to kind of fade out. So, after lunch, I did cut the next episode of Celebrating Yesteryear, and I got that out. I got paid for it already, which is awesome, which always helps my bank account. I did all the writing I needed to do, which is, all is an exaggeration, for the plays video that's going to be out Friday. I remember I had people vote on it, and so the votes are in, and I know what it's going to be. And I have to write a little bit, just because those things are not just dork playing game. I try to put a little bit of history and some trivia in there to just add a little extra zhuzh to it. So I have that ready to shoot today. We'll get to that in a second. And I did a little bit of work on the sponsor video. We'll do more of that in the next couple of days. I'd like to get that done by next week, so I need to kind of crank on it some more. So let's talk stats, which are fine. I have this artificial low water metric of 10,000 views and 50 subscribers average over the last 7 days. We're at 13,000 views average and 57 subscribers average over the last 7 days. Yesterday was a very strong day. It was the second that was really weak. It was like half power, like 25 or something. We hit the 47.6 milestone yesterday, and we're only about 40 from the next one, so I have pretty good confidence that tomorrow we'll talk about 47.7. So here we are, not even a third of the way into the new month, and we're almost going to hit a new 1,000 milestone, which is tremendous. I mean, oh goodness. I mean, we're going to hit 50,000. I mean, at this rate, that's going, we're probably a month away from, at this rate, if it stays up, maybe only a month away from 50,000. Could that be true? That sounds crazy. I got to do the math. I can't imagine that. Anyway, let's talk about today. Today I have, I'm going to shoot that Friday Plays video and edit it and release it to members today. And then it will be public Friday as usual. It's Friday Plays. And once that's done, I will then be working on editing that sponsor video. It's not a big video, but I have lots of pieces. There's lots of B-roll and lots of pieces to sift through. I've shot all the stand-up and everything. I'm just laying out the bits now. It's literally an editing task at this point, so that should be fine. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the only thing I'll say before I leave today is how really cool it is to be working, to have settled in a space of video topics where I'm working, which is kind of nostalgic tech and gaming and things like that. I wouldn't even call myself a gaming channel. I mean, I do more tinkering than I do actual gaming, but excuse me, the fact that the one I landed in, my Atari fandom, has this huge community you know, I hear lots of people, and I hear them loud and clear, and they're right. You know, hey, do you ever cover Intellivision stuff or ColecoVision stuff, or, you know, I mean, I want to, and if Atari news dies down, I will. But at the moment, it's, you know, it'd be crazy to say, yeah, I'm just going to move on to something else while all the news is hot here in this Atari space. And so that's why I keep plugging away at that, just because I'm interested. I know a lot about it. It's not that much effort. Even though I'm interested in those other topics, the return on the research investment on them doesn't make sense right now, even though I'm just as interested and poke around that stuff too. Oh, and one little tiny little nugget. We're communicating with Allen One, the folks that are making those new recharged arcade cabinets. They really liked our coverage of them over the last few weeks, and I said, get in touch with us. Let's talk about what we can do moving forward. I don't know what that thing is, but we caught the eye of another somebody who emailed me directly and said, how would you like to work together? And said, well, I sicked George on them and said, go talk to them and find out what we can do, how we can work together to get the word out about the things you're doing and give us more content. So, yeah, it's more little things, little things pop up, and it's tremendous. It's not a victory yet, but boy, it's far from a loss. So, let me go ahead and get after it today. I have my day lined up, and I'm gonna get to work. Thank you for popping in to check out today's vlog. If in fact you did, if you're here every day, you know I love you for that. I certainly appreciate that you find time every day, give or take. Show up, check this out, say hi. I said it every time. It keeps me going. Keeps me knowing there's people in my corner that are gonna tell me what they think and be honest and be encouraging and supportive. You can't ask for a whole lot more than that. I'm very fortunate. Have a great Thursday. Please remember to do something good for yourself if you can, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.